There are lots of exciting things happening right now with Bean to Barstool, and I thought I'd put out this quick bonus episode to share some of those with you. I'll save the biggest news for the end, so please stick around for that. First, I have a virtual event coming up in March that ties together both sides of Bean to Barstool. On Saturday, March 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'll be leading an online tasting of beer-infused craft chocolate. During this 1-hour event, I'll walk attendees through a tasting of 5 craft chocolate bars that were made with beer or beer ingredients like malt and hops. Along the way, we'll discuss the specific beers and ingredients used, how they were utilized to create each bar's unique flavors, and profile the chocolate makers and the craft breweries they worked with. If you're unable to attend live, the event will be recorded and will be available to be viewed by attendees for 1 month after the event date. Tickets are $50 and include the chocolate, shipping costs, and the event itself. 1 ticket is good for as many adults as wish to join on one screen. Each package will include enough chocolate to comfortably supply 4 participants, or if you do this by yourself, you can just keep the extra and nibble on it in the following days. This is a great chance to see how the flavors of beer and chocolate ingredients interact, and I hope to see you there. Tickets and more details are available at beantobarstool.com or at the link in the show notes. Next, there's a new zine in the Bean to Barstool shop. I had a lot of fun creating and publishing the Pairing Beer and Chocolate zine. Order your copy of that if you haven't already. And I decided to write a guide to bock styles. Late winter through early spring is bock season, and I've written a guide zine to these strong German lagers. The Bean to Barstool Guide to Bocks looks at the history of bocks, then highlights each major bock style, looking at flavor profile, history, ingredients and processes, and commercial examples. Pairing guidance is given for cheese, chocolate, desserts, and main dishes. The highlight of the zine is an exclusive 8-page interview with Marie and Will Kemper of Chuckanut Brewery in Washington. Chuckanut is one of the best lager breweries in the country and brews both a Dunkelsbock, Maibock, and Doppelbock. This interview has not been and will not be published anywhere besides this zine, so this is the only place to hear one of the best lager brewers in the country break down what it takes to brew good and bad bocks. You can pick up your copy of this zine in the Bean to Barstool shop. Now, the most exciting news. I've always planned for Bean to Barstool to be more than just a podcast. I wanted to gather together people who love beer and chocolate and are passionate about the way the flavors of both can interact with our memories, emotions, and imaginations, and to create a platform to celebrate what we love about these indulgences. My wife, Melinda, and I are establishing Bean to Barstool as an LLC, and will soon be launching 2 quarterly zines, one about beer, one about chocolate, that will pay writers to write about what they're most passionate about in these industries. In addition to pitched stories, each zine will also include writing from people within each industry: owners, brewers, chocolate makers, bartenders, designers, etc. Beyond just writing about their industries, these folks will also have the space to share other creative writing and artwork, so you can see how their creativity extends beyond just brewing and chocolate making. Both zines will be produced in classic, staple-bound, do-it-yourself style, but will be created with professional editing and paid writing and artwork. We'll be announcing soon how you can pre-order, subscribe, and support these projects, as well as the names of each zine and full details about the scope of both publications. Stay tuned for Patreon details and social media channels. Some of you will also likely be hearing from us about hopefully contributing to these publications. Finally, I need to ask for your help in growing Bean to Barstool. Don't worry, I'm not asking for money, though opportunities to financially support this project will be shared soon, as I said. But there are free ways you can help us out if you enjoy what Bean to Barstool is doing. The internet is a cacophony of billions of voices and messages, and it's very hard for a small brand to get our voice heard, especially now that social media platforms restrict reach unless you're willing to pay constantly for exposure. The biggest way you can help Bean to Barstool is by letting people know about it. If you like a podcast episode or blog post, share it on social media. If you think someone would enjoy one of our zines, let them know about it. Review the show on your favorite podcast app. All of these are free ways you can boost our reach and allow us to provide the kind of content we care about. Despite the plans for growing Bean to Barstool, these projects will be very grassroots and DIY. We'll probably be spending more time stapling and folding zines than we feel like, and the focus will always be on the things we love most about beer and chocolate. We are passionate about flavor, ingredients, growers, human stories, places. We can't wait to share more of these with you. I'm grateful for the support you've shown Bean to Barstool from the beginning, and I'm excited for what's ahead. I care so much about the stories behind great beer and chocolate, and I love getting to share them with you all. Thanks, as always, for listening to Bean to Barstool.